I think my favorite thing about the seaside might be the scenic drives. Everywhere you see cows or ponies, and it's just beautiful. And then suddenly you've arrived in this city or in a small town, and there's bricks everywhere, painted doors, and you can window shop basically until you drop, and there's small shops everywhere that sell art or miscellaneous things, and I think that's wonderful. And Jever is actually a city of beer brewing, which means you can smell it everywhere, and it's just an experience. And we actually also saw a murder mystery museum alongside one of the nicest houses I think I've ever seen. These are absolute golds. And while I didn't exactly have time to step into the museum, this for sure is on my bucket list for the next time. Of course, I can't go into town without setting foot into a few bookstores. And while I have already shown you the books I got here, I thought a little bookstore footage never hurt anyone. And what better way to spend an evening than watching Miss Marple on the couch? There are countless beautiful villages alongside the coast, but I think this one might be one of my favorites. It's called Neuharlinger Siel. Not only does it have a bakery that still bakes fresh and isn't part of a chain, but also all the boats in the little quaint harbor look so peaceful and serene. Just like British people, people on the German part of the North Sea have their own ideas of a perfect cup of tea. Here you start by putting a cube of crystallized sugar in your cup, followed by the tea, which is in turn followed by a little bit of heavy cream or milk, which swirls around to make cloud like the sky on a stormy day. And I truly will never get enough of the sheep grazing on the embankments. I actually managed to swim in the North Sea for the first time in I don't even know how many years, but it must have been like 5 or 6 because usually I get way too cold. But this time I just went in and it was wonderful. It was very salty and very cold, but still it was great to be in the water again. If you know me at all, you know that there's not many things I'd rather do than spend my time in a city. Either one I already know or one that I'm just exploring. I think it's one of the most wonderful things to do to look at the architecture and do a little bit of window shopping, even if you don't really buy anything. And if you end the evening by stopping by at a cafe and drinking some hot tea, I don't think there could be a better thing than that. The last day of my holiday was spent actually exploring a new village. and I found it very beautiful. The architecture reminded me of architecture that is usually found in the Netherlands, which isn't surprising since it's just about at the border. And again, there was a beautiful little harbor here. We just spent our time strolling along the promenade, stopping for food every so often, which is just what has to be done. And we just went around admiring the quaint little houses with the beautiful windows, and we even found a little church. And actually, the village had two windmills, which were also so beautiful to see. We ended this trip in the most beautiful cafe I think I've ever seen. There were many vases you could actually buy, and I was very tempted, but alas, I did not. But I enjoyed my tea nonetheless.